$21 in the price. So like that, average area housage, 1 unit increase in average area housage, that will affect, or that will change in 16,000, sorry, 1,65,809 rupees. So here, these are the different coefficients. So with these different coefficients, we created the data frame. So if you want the nodes corresponding to this thing, I will forward you the nodes. So after this, what we need to do, we need to predict the outcome. So till now, what we did. So here, yeah, we did the fit. Yeah, we fitted this something, and we predicted output for something. So now I want to do, I want to predict the outcome per new input. So let us assume, so I want to predict the output for one sample. So for that purpose, what we need to say, so here we need to say regressor dot predict. To predict the outcome, we need to use predict method only. So in the predict method, we need to specify the features. So I want to predict the outcome for specific feature. So for that purpose, so here I want to see, before this thing, I want to add one more column here. So by adding this column here, I want to print the head of the data frame. So here I'm saying data dot head. So here if you run this portion, it will return all the columns. So in this, I want to column one column value. So here I want to let us in. So here I'm copying this entire column attributes. So here I'm copying these attributes, and I am pasting that out those attributes in this predict method. Here we need to specify this data in the form of nested list. Why? Because we are specifying the value in the form of vectors. That's why we need to specify the double brackets. And here we need to separate each and every attribute with the comma. Here we need to separate each and every attribute with the comma. So to predict the outcome, here we need to specify 5 features. How many features we need to specify? If you want to predict any output, we need to specify 5 features. Here we specified 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 features. So yeah, good. Everything is okay. Whereas I want to modify these parameters little bit. So here I want to specify 8, not 2, something. Yeah, here I specified something. In place of this 6, I want to replace this 6 with some 7. Like that. In place of this 6, I want to keep this thing as some 8. So in place of this thing, I want to keep 4.19. So let us assume I am modifying this thing here. I'm saying 47. So here, if I specify these parameters, these are nothing but here I specified average area income as this thing, and average house age is 7 years. After that, average number of rooms is 8.7 something. It is an average value. After that, average number of bedrooms I specified 4 something, and area population. So I specified area population as this amount. So for this value, I want to predict the outcome. So how much should be the price of the specific house? Sorry, how much should be the price to purchase the house on that specific area? So here, if you predict the price for that specific, so with the specific features, it is the outcome. So here, if you predict the output for this thing, it will return 20,31,415 rupees. So to buy the price on that specific location, here it is a way to predict the output for, by specifying specific features. It is a way. So after this, I want to plot the graph. So here I want to plot the graph. To plot the graph, which kind of plot we need to plot? So here we are having 5 features. So previously we have only 2 features. That's why we easily plot the plot. So on the x-axis we specified 1 feature. On the y-axis we specified output variable. Whereas if you want to plot the plot here, if you want to plot the graph here, we need to consider each and every parameter on the x-axis at a time. Whereas to avoid that problem here, simply I am applying scatter plot. So let us assume, so here I'm saying plot dot scatter. So in the scatter plot, what I am saying, so here we need to plot this graph for test data set, and we need to plot this between test data set as well as y predict. So if you observe that graph, so here it is a beautiful graph. Data distribution. So if you want to perform different metrics, So here previously we've calculated different metrics, right? So if you want to calculate the metrics also, here also same way. So how to calculate the metrics? To calculate the metrics, we have same thing here. So we need to import metrics. So after importing this metrics, we need to copy paste this metrics here. After this, we need to import remaining libraries also. So here we need to import mean absolute error. I want to calculate the mean absolute error. After that, I want to calculate the mean squared error also here. So to calculate the mean squared error, it is only the same way. So here I want to calculate the root mean squared error also. It is the basic project corresponding to multiple linear regression. Till now we finished two projects. One is corresponding to simple linear regression. One is corresponding to multiple linear regression. So coming to your next class, so we will discuss one more algorithm. So that is, so we will discuss one more kind of linear regression only, that is polynomial regression. After finishing that polynomial regression, we will move to the classification algorithm. So coming to after this session, I will forward you the one assignment. So that is corresponding to this multiple linear regression. So I will zip this entire folder and I will share this thing with you. So on the thing, I specified the assignment. Go through that assignment. With this, I am concluding this session. Thank you. Model is working. To know the your model performance, we need to to know the model performance, we need to calculate all these metrics. So here, these are the metrics to calculate your cost function, such kind of things. So I will share you the videos corresponding to intuition behind this simple linear regression as well as multiple linear regression. Go through that videos if you want to understand this theory concept clearly. Thank you. With this, I'm concluding for today.